Now, somebody always asks a question at this point. How do you read what matters to other people? How do you read the whiffets? We are exploring that question right now in a series of research projects we're working on. We've discovered 6 or 7 techniques that successful leaders say they use to read people. How do I motivate you in a meeting? How do I know what's going to turn you off or turn you on in a meeting? Let me give you a few of the observations we made. Number 1, listen to what people complain about in other people. Whatever I complain about in other people tells you what's important to me. No one's organized. I can't believe how messy people are. People are such slobs. What probably matters to me? Neatness. I just told you it matters. So when you listen to people's complaints, you can learn a lot about what matters to them. Secondly, listen to their questions. In any meeting, a question is actually a statement. Any question in a meeting is actually a statement. You don't ask questions about things that don't matter to you. So if you start listening to people in meetings, you'll start noticing people ask the same questions at every meeting. I raised issues about the numbers one time. I raised issues about the finance one time. I do that over and over again. At some point, what happens? What matters to me, you figure out? Money issues. I'm constantly saying how they'll affect our people. Are we sure people are going to like this? There's going to be a lot of resistance from folks. What matters to me? People sorts of things. So when you listen to people's questions in meetings, you notice they ask the same kind of generic questions over and over again. You want to figure out what the theme of those questions is. That tells you what matters. Thirdly, look at the way they live. Who's gone to somebody's home and you walk in and everything suddenly makes sense? How you decorate your home, how you decorate your office tells me what matters to me. Do you rather? So, for example, I walk in the office. You have bunches of pictures of your kids on the wall. I don't make jokes about kids being rugrats and lice heads. I walk in the office. You have all your diplomas on the wall, certainly from UT. I don't make a joke about UT's football team, although it's tempting sometimes. I learn by how you decorate. Fourthly, and this is probably the most fun way of doing it, try to predict what people are going to say next. Try to guess what people are going to say next. From now on, every time before you go to a meeting, try to guess what each person is going to raise as an issue. Try to guess what they're going to say at the meeting. If you're right, pat yourselves on the shoulder and say, good job. If you're not right, recalibrate your probabilities. For you guys who took advanced statistics at UT, become a Bayesian statistician. Start adjusting your probabilities when new information comes in. If you look at the really successful people I've encountered, most of them are really good at predicting. Indeed, before a meeting, they'll say, for person A, this is going to matter. For person B, they don't care. Person C will go along if D likes it. So you got to make sure D likes it. E will like it as long as they're in charge. If they're not in charge, they're not going to like it. Somehow they figured out how to read people more effectively, and they can actually predict what people's response is going to be before the meeting.